What's up, YouTube? It's your boys from Australia Duel Masters today, and we have something incredibly special and rare to bring you guys. Our good friend here, Lewis, has managed to acquire these booster boxes, which are pretty awesome. So we got two of the DMEX-18 boxes, which was a 20-year anniversary crossover with Magic, so we'll be hunting for the Black Lotus. And then we also have the Stompertrons of Invincible Wrath, hoping for a Bolmedius, keep your fingers crossed, and the Evo Crushnators of Doom box too. Yeah, guys, we're going to start with the DMEX-18 pack booster box. They're a lot smaller than they used to be, as you guys can see. The comparison is, yeah, crazy. Half the size.
Well, it is 16 packs.
And
24.
it's 6 cards per pack, isn't it?
Yeah, 6 cards.
Yeah.
Which is a little different. Most Japanese packs are only actually 5, but some of the side products like this are 6, sometimes 8 or 10, but usually 5 is the standard.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, apart from the Magic cards, what do you reckon we should be looking out for in this set?
I mean, there's a lot of strong. There is actually a few like not meta defining, but there's a few particular supers in Masters that are interesting actually. Red Zone is mainly the one that kind of pays for the box by itself, by Japanese prices at least.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I mean, it's exclusive to it, and yeah, Red Zones are always great. Any Revolution Charge sort of invasion stuff, which, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it folds into a nice little display thing, but they're definitely different than they are other boxes.
There you go. It's in the shop now.
Oh,
Just a
yeah.
Sick little box.
Yeah, it's nice. I was thinking these look cool.
Yeah. It's kind of like a little coffin, but
So 4,
yeah, they spread out nicely too.
8.
Yeah, they don't technically divide evenly between the 3 of us, but yeah. That's 4 piles of 4.
Alright, let's get started.
There's supposed to be an easy way of doing it where they can tear, right from the top.
I've read from Japanese packs before, but I just... do you know if we go any from the back?
Oh, that's a good question.
I guess we'll find out.
I think with this set,
Oh,
no, it probably won't.
Sweep
Yeah,
is
Skull
huge.
Sweep. I think that's the only card in this set that you guys would actually recognize because all the rest are different.
Oh, so there's a lot more survivors in this set.
Yeah, there's a few. There's a couple survivors, and there's a particular one that I want to show off.
All right,
But
translator
fighting's
sound.
interesting. You draw a card.
What's this?
That's Future Hand, which is basically Terror Pit, but it has a modal ability where you have 2 options where you choose one of the following, and of course it has Shield Trigger. The first option is to destroy a creature. The second option is a bit more interesting because it's destroy a duelist.
Oh.
And there is no card type of duelist, so
Kill the
send
player
someone to the Shadow Realm? Who knows?
Oh, this one's
Oh, what have we got here? Oh, the field. It's a bit of a weird one. It basically makes the mana, it's like, what is it? Heavy Snowfield. And it makes 5 colored cards actually tap for mana when normally they'd be 0.
Okay.
You have a
Is it
castle here.
fortress?
Yeah, it's a castle, and your creatures win all the battles.
What?
Nice.
But you have to have like the
Oh,
5
that looks
shields.
sick.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's a weird counter. It basically
good on
stops things with like it stops evolution creatures and speed attackers attacking right away. And some names I'm not going to remember fully. I think it's Kota Sumari. I think it is. Whereas the previous one was Perfect Glory as the castle.
Nice.
And yeah, I got to practice actually how to open a pack.
I've got another card. I'm
Okay.
just going to open some boosters in the, in prep. While
Are you
do
doing
that.
it? You want to talk from the
There's
side,
a corner
isn't it?
to tear, yeah.
There we go. Oh yeah.
I'm going to do a second.
That's all right.
Alright.
It's
Sorry.
excited.
Oh, I got to see that. Oh, that's a fun one.
Oh, that looks like Smash on Q.
It kind of is. It's got an ability called Mac Fighter, which is sort of nature's version of Speed Attacker,
yeah, I've heard about
where it
that
can
one.
attack tapped and untapped creatures on the turn it comes out. So it can attack players, but it can attack right away.
Yeah.
But one of the other fun things the cycle of survivors in this set do is they give the survivor race to all your other creatures of the same civilization.
Oh, all of
so
them
it
do.
makes all your other your other nature creatures survivors, such as Bronzong. This one's a fun one.
That's
this
Bolshak.
Yeah, that's a Bolshak. That's Bolshak's or Hidden Dragon
Yeah.
or Hidden, which actually means secret.
Very nice.
And it's got an ability called Attack Chance, where when you attack with one of your nature or fire dragons, you can actually bring out that Bolshak for free, as long as it costs 7 or more.
Right.
Yes.
Hey.
They do a few other things.
3 cost nature full art.
That one's, I'll eat curry bread. Which,
Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
Oh,
basically.
it's got the curry bread.
It's kind of a meme because there was this weird combo between these two psychic creatures that formed a loop.
Yeah.
And one of them actually involved Katakura Fuda, the curry bread master, because that's just what his character loved to do. And that card references that. Yeah. Oh, that's
William degree, but better.
It's actually, what is it? It's Greater Caesar, who was a bit of an antagonist, and I can't remember the other one. Oh, that's going to bug me.
I want
But I
to
know
leave this
there's
one
a
out
foil in
because
mine
it's something
too.
I recognise. All right, all you.
Oh, we got a fancy one there.
I didn't see. What is it?
All right.
Did you?
Yami had a bit of a sneak peek.
I reckon open it like there.
Yami had a bit of a sneak peek
And
at
I'll
the
just
back of
get
this.
the hold
But
up to the mic.
Nice.
we got some Mafia
Is that a
gang.
Joker?
Pardon? No, it's
no,
not a
it's
Joker. No, there was a whole bunch of cards with a team race in the two colors.
Right,
That one would be a
okay.
Water Darkness. It's a Team Zero. Here's Ken.
Oh,
Who, he has a tap ability. And you search out your deck for another version of Ken, and then they keep evolving. And all of these cards are in the set.
that's the first magic card.
We have
That
our
is.
first magic card here as well. We have Muscle Sliver, which...
Muscle Sliver.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's not a survivor, but its ability gives 1,000 power to each of your survivors and slivers.
right.
Which, there's only 2 slivers, that and
Is that why they
maybe
put?
a card later on.
Is that why they put survivors in there? Because it sounds like sliver.
Well, slivers were basically the original magic inspiration for survivors.
Okay.
And it's actually what Shobu used in the manga as well. He did use
Right.
a couple sliver he used a red-green sliver deck.
Okay.
We have Iwashin, who is a great tool for graveyard source. Whenever he basically ends up in the graveyard from anywhere, like hand, top of the deck, it's kind of like a mini Typhoon where you draw 1, discard. It's very useful, actually.
Nice.
See, this one is a reference to a few cards.
Is that a Lunatron?
Yeah, it's a Lunatron. It's what is it? Daybreak or Dawn? Sorry, it's Lunar Dawn. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it costs less for different card types you have in the battle zone, and also when it attacks and enters, you draw a card. But we kind of have an interesting card at the moment because we have a first foil magic card. We have an Emrakul, the Aeon's Torn, which is also one of the only few Duel Master cards with flying. It has a different version of Annihilator where it just kills 6 things where it attacks. If it was to die, it goes back to your hand. It does some pretty dangerous things and is very close to its magic equivalent.
I'm just making sure.
But it isn't a Black Lotus.
Not
yet.
quite, but it is. It's so.
That's cool.
You've got to show it off on frame.
I'm surprised to get
Nice.
to
The foil, sometimes looking at these cards online,
Yeah.
I can't tell, but when you see it in person, that frame is actually quite gorgeous.
Absolutely.
So this is what I was talking about, the
Superb.
autofocus, Jordan.
Yeah, it sticks.
Yeah.
As you'll see with these magic cards, they don't have the most recent magic frame, but they do have that old retro
I'm just
feel.
gonna get into the
So
next
here we
one.
go. We have a different new fire survivor. This one's Rush,
Ooh,
and it's based off Blade Rush, which
I
gives
recognise
Speed
this
Attacker.
one.
That one you should recognize. Yeah.
This
it
is one of the
actually-
Power 9, right?
No, it's just Brainstorm,
Ooh.
but it does look like it. Yeah.
Ah.
That's
Yeah.
Leaping
Pouncing Jaguar.
Pouncing Jaguar.
It has an echo cost, so it's 1 for 2,000, but next turn you have to pay green mana again at the start of your turn.
Gotcha.
Nice.
What's this?
That is cool.
It's a what is it? It's a D2 field, and at the end of your turn, your creatures untap.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, we have a much high. We had the previous
17 cost.
Yeah, we had the previous. It was one of the the Kens is what I was looking for.
Kens.
Yeah, so we have the Ken Crimson Lord, but when they tap, they get to search out for a different version of Ken, and the 2 cost gets out a 5 cost. The
Gotcha.
5 cost gets out a 10 cost, and the 10 gets out a 17.
So it's
Wow.
continuously evolving.
Yeah, but there is another. You can also bring them out manually, and they're reduced by the previous creature's cost. So when you're
Right.
summoning the 17 regularly, if you had the 10 already, he would only cost 7.
Mhm.
So it's actually not that bad.
Okay.
And here we have
That is
Monarch,
beautiful.
Necro Dragon?
Very nice.
5 Origin Dragon. Actually, it's actually supposed to be like one of the original creatures that like formed. Like before civilizations were even a thing in Duel Masters lore, the 5 dragons
The
existed.
magic cards off to the Can you make sure?
And they're actually very similar to the Monarchs in Kaijudo as well. And I meant to bring the light one in case we pull that, but
to the wider
that's a
frame.
very nice pull as well. It's a very, very strong dragon.
Nice.
Yeah, like it puts things in your graveyard, but it then kills based on how many, or whenever you put a dragon. It's just so
So
strong.
in the modern game, higher cost cards are played.
I mean, it varies, but generally, if it's dragon, there's a lot of there's a lot of support for dragons, probably more than any other card race.
Survivor too.
This reminds me of the Metroid.
Which Survivor was it? Oh, the nature one, yeah. Mana Exile, as you would imagine.
I do like seeing all the
Survivor, and
old
that
card
one,
frames.
that's Orbis,
This
and
looks
it
like
taps a
Orbis.
creature when it comes in. There's also Survivor. See, future
What's that?
future blueprint. You look at the top 6 and you get any creature from it. It's so useful for any creature combo deck, as you can imagine.
What's that?
Ooh.
That's Invincible 13, and is actually a new rule card type. It's
Invincible.
called, it goes into one of the side decks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not actually a spell. It doesn't have a card type, and it even doesn't have a civilization or a cost, and like no power or anything
So
as
it's
well.
not a water card. Okay.
Well, that's an interesting thing actually. At first, we thought, oh, water-ish frame, it's very blue. You
It looks
think
like
water?
invincible technology.
Yeah, and of course it does have a similar name. But I don't want you to move it just yet because little rant. So at first, you think water, but then on the card list, it did have a civilization on the Japanese site, but then it did get changed to water. Its rules text is a bit weird. So in English, Duel Masters, you can only have you can have a deck of any limit. In Japanese, you're stuck at 40.
Yeah.
However, this card changes it as its card type of rule plus might imply, whereas it's only text, at least on this side of the card, and yes, it is double-sided, as Lewis and Jordan will find out in just a second.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, so it turns into Sapphire Misty, but its other side basically forces you to have a deck of 5 more cards. So if you had 4 copies of this in your side deck, you could have a deck of 60. But the reason you would want such a drawback like this is that when Sapphire Misty comes out, if you have a combined battle or mana zone of 40, you win the game. It's an alternate win con.
Right.
Yeah, and it's always in the side deck, so it's always available. So there's a few interesting combo loops with that.
And the hallways.
What's our last card?
Ooh.
It's a combined card. That's one half of it. So hopefully we find the other half, and with 2 boxes.
These new cards look pretty cool.
Praying. It's New World Order. So Illuminati confirmed, people.
Right.
And if we bring out the other side, I'll explain what it does.
Wait, I don't know yet.
Sorry, no, they combine. They're a king. Yeah.
Oh, you
they're
like
interesting. So we'll finish off with this pack. We have Disma. This is a twin pack where it's actually 2 card types in one. It's a creature and a spell.
Nice.
And some of them have ways of casting their spell side when they attack or die. This one is when it dies. It's actually based on Aquamaster, one of the old bad DMO9 rares. Or super. It's generally considered one of the worst supers because all it does is when it attacks, you get to pick at a shield, or you get to pick at shields. Whereas the spell side of this does actually do that, and its name is a reference to its original flavor text. We probably have one of the, at least in English terms or in this set's term, we probably have one of the most useless cards. Although it's meta. Yeah, it is water. Well, originally it was actually based on a little ramen toy, and it doesn't.
right, because it's the
it's a magic
the
tool.
soba sloosh thing.
Yeah, but it doesn't actually have any effect. So it's useful because it's a 1-cost spell and it has the magic tool race, but it doesn't actually do anything. But it is actually meta viable, weirdly enough, because you just want it straight in your graveyard.
Yeah.
So we have another muscle sliver. We have a different Team Zero. We have Y Model, who puts 3 cards into mana into your graveyard when he comes out, but then you also get to bring one back. So you can bring out like blockers and stuff that you might need. We have more magic cards here.
This is
Urza's Rage. It's a new artwork, and it's in terms of removal at first, it's very simple because it's just 3 mana to kill a 3K creature, but it's got a kicker cost where you can pay another 9, making it a 12-cost mana, which means it can't be countered, but it also can destroy 3 shields, and is interesting.
Because it reminds me of
It's kind of it's very invincible Cataclysm. It's basically an upgrade to it. That's Bold Panther. That was actually a Duel Masters Play exclusive, and even though it doesn't look like it, it's a Dream 8, which is always a Gauntlet favorite, but it's also an Armored Dragon. It's got speed attack. It's got powered dragon, and when you've got more dragons out, it gets even bigger. It's a very fun card, actually.
Okay, next pack. Oh, that's a Joker. I recognize it.
Yeah, it is a Joker. Chicken Tartar. It's very KFC. Japan love KFC at chicken. They love KFC at chicken. No, they love KFC at Christmas. It's a weird tradition. That's Smith over the left. And it basically lets you mulligan if it's in your starting hand.
Right.
But you also have to go second. But even without that, it's still 4K and it's colorless as well, even though it kind of looks dark.
Yeah, I was going to say.
But it's 4 for 7,000. So it's still above general cost of power curve that we're used to. Oh, we have a different... Oh, this is one of my favorites. It's another field that you play out. Whenever you actually summon... Or your creatures that have no abilities, so anything vanilla, cost 1 less. And also when you summon them, you get to draw. So you can have a couple fun decks with that.
There's one.
See, this is a DM. Here you go. People are always begging for DM13 cards, and here you go. You have Akashic Third, and he has a very fun ability. When he battles with something, you reveal stuff from the top of your deck, and he actually transforms into that creature. It could be a huge 10 cost or something. Yeah. See, that's one of the reasons you want that spell with the magic tools, because you want 2 in the battle zone and 2 in the graveyard when you summon him. Oh, I've got another. I just saw a border of another foil.
Is that?
I don't know what it's
that looks like
Galia Zol.
Galia Zol, yeah.
Yeah, this is just. I think it's just Azol, but yeah, blocker, and it gives the other light creatures survivor, as you would think. We have another Twin Pact. I love my fairies. I love my Miracle. It ramps mana, and if you put enough multi, does even more. Draw. Would you believe this is a Bolshak?
What?
Bolshak. Yeah, it's Bolshak Glory Lupia. When it comes out, you ramp 1. And if it hits a dragon, you get to ramp again.
Oh,
and so it's 3 for... Yeah, it's Armored Dragon, it's Firebird.
Okay.
It is
I was
great.
going to say, is it a dragon?
One of the other things in this set, we saw one earlier, but this is, it's basically Cyberbrain. You draw 3, and your opponent can choose to draw another, but if they don't, or they can choose to use a card that's 3 or less, and if they don't, you get to draw a 4th card for 3 mana, which is quite crazy.
Okay.
This one has a lot of... It's very interesting, but without explaining...
GRQX.
Or Great Revenger QX, yeah. But I don't want to explain the gacha mechanics right now, so it's a bit much. But we have we have a pretty card. We have the waifu of the set. We have Cotton. And her main ability is when you draw damn it. Too fast. You draw the first card and you guess what it is. And if you guess the right card, you get to play it for free.
Let's see.
I ain't here for waifus, Michael. I'm here for black.
It's holding a Tolk if you didn't pay attention.
Oh, is it?
It's holding a Tolk. It is using a Tolk to tell prophecy. Like it's crystal ball. It's using Tolk as a crystal ball.
Alright, I'm down with it.
You have a Zol again?
Zol again.
Yep.
Simon Sand, the spell.
So swoosh.
This one's a fun one to English players because it's basically hide and seek, only split into 2 parts. The first part bounces.
Hide and seek.
Yeah, so you can pay for just 2 mana, you can bounce and 2 mana discard, or you can pay the 4 and combine it and just do both. So it is an improved hide and seek.
You've seen this?
Yeah, Future Scrapper, which is another form of removal. Yeah.
Oh, I know this one. Mode. This is Nicole Bolas, right?
Yep. And it basically is Lost Soul on a stick when you summon it. And whenever it attacks, it destroys a creature. So it's both Lost Soul and Terror Pit, Double Breaker, and it's just a plain menace. We good for time? Okay. We have a Puppy Rappy when you get to put a Phoenix on top of your deck.
Do you want me to take the
Soul Phoenix would love it.
Oh, that's cool.
Sonic Command. Yeah, it's a Nature Guardian tech. It's a Fiona Guardian, but it technically is a Nature Guardian. It's got Mac Fighter, so it can't attack players, but it can attack tap or any creature, which is pretty good. Another Miracle. Print pack, very nice. Hey, look, you got a cut in English. Yeah, they're all based on puns. That one's kind of because it's holding an umbrella, but it's because they're all rabbits. Because Usagi is Japanese for rabbit. Yeah. So that's why they...
Oh, Usagi Brella.
Yeah. Yep. We have 2 magic cards
I know this one
coming
too.
up. What's that one?
This is Birds of Paradise.
Yeah. It's one of 3 creatures in Duel Masters with flying, so it could have blocked that Emrakul from earlier. That can't be blocked by something that doesn't.
That originally the artist who it was commissioned for
Mark Paul.
was commissioned to draw a land.
He was supposed to do Tropical Island, yes.
But because it had the birds in it...
They changed the art to Birds of Paradise, yeah.
But and also because art at the time was hard to come by, it wasn't cheap. They
reused a lot, yeah.
So they reused it and just
pumped in the creature. That's why you can see the volcano on the island in the background. And we have another magic card.
And is this the end of our search, Michael?
Not yet.
Oh.
It's it looks very nice. I've never seen it before on it really nice.
I don't know this card.
It's Living Death.
I've heard of that then.
Yeah, it basically kills everything and then brings everything that was already in graveyards as well, back to life. So if you just have already stocked your graveyard up with a bunch of stuff or like a lot of good ETB triggers, you just kill everything on the field when you might have nothing, but then you bring everything back, both players. Very fun board states.
Got it. Okay, Michael, let's get you. Oh, that's a
There
new
we go,
one.
from that Black Lotus. Yeah, that one it has the new water ability of Just Diver. For when the turn you summon it, it can't be targeted or attacked, and it's quite a useful card. It's kind of like it's diving out of the water.
Chicken
so we have a few
tartar.
repeats. Yeah, Chicken Tartar, Future Brain. Yeah. See, that's one of the other Kens. It's actually a nature version.
Is that the what this? Oh, what's Neo?
Yeah, well, Neo creatures you can bring out onto the field as a regular creature, or you can evolve them on a creature of the same civilization.
Right.
That way they could attack right away if you want to. So no summoning sickness.
Gotcha.
We had a few versions of Akashic over the years. We had the Green Nature one just earlier in our packs, but this one is Akashic Parallel. Hide it for a second. This one's Akashic Parallel, and for any Magic players, it's Clone. So when it enters the battlefield, it turns into any other creature or any of your opponent's creatures, I
Michael,
think.
the next card's shiny.
Nice.
Okay, the next card's shiny. Yes, we have to show it off.
Oh.
What's that?
Oh,
Fox.
it's basically another rabbit, not related to the earlier one. It's a bit of a weird one. It is a Neo creature as well. But as you see, it's a 5 Civ cost. That's why it has a 0 mana.
Okay,
so it
gotcha.
provides no mana, but it does give any color. So it has its use for.
Alright.
That's cool.
With the field from earlier with the fairies, it actually does tap for 1. But it brings out other Neo creatures.
Do you want me to take your pack so I can hold it?
You can take my pack, yeah.
Okay, well, I'm just thinking it might be easier if we do it this way.
This is one of the cooler. So there's a whole cycle of these future spells, and it's basically it's an alternate
I like
frame
the
of.
art.
It's a frame of what it could. It's very Vindicate in Magic. It's basically a little holy your kind of because it taps creatures. Yeah, it taps creatures.
Oh, but it's not a shield tree.
Well, it taps creatures. Yeah, it's not. It only taps 2 creatures, but then it goes away for a turn, and then next turn it casts itself again.
Ooh.
Oh,
yeah,
is
absolutely.
this?
It's not Fairy Life. It's Fairy Re-Life.
Real.
And it
Okay.
put top card into mana. It's actually, that is probably one of the most meta cards in the set. It is a reprint, but instead of Shield Trigger, it's got Guard Strike, where when it gets broken as a shield, you reveal it, and you pick a creature, stop it from attacking.
Oh, so
it doesn't actually get cast, but it's a way to slow the game down, and it's kind of a defensive thing that's thrown onto a bunch of cards these days.
Is this Sierra Angel?
That's Sarah Angel, yes. I do like, it's a DM exclusive art.
Hey. Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Is it?
It looks nice. I like it more in the full art frame that it was when it was reprinted.
What's this?
Not when it was reprinted. When it was printed originally. That's Earthquake.
Okay.
It destroys things without flying, but you can actually tap a bunch more mana for it. We have the 2 kids. Oh, what is it? We have Islay and Glenmold's kids. Gives everything speed attackers. They bring out weapons like all the Dragooners do. But yeah, they're very chibi. We have another Secret Clock Tower. You get to change around the top cards of your deck.
Yeah.
More Kens. I'm hoping we get the full Ken. I was going to hope for there's your 10 cost.
10 cost.
10.
We don't have a 5 cost though, right?
What does it do? No, I don't. No, it's
It's
2,
got this
5, 2, 5, 10, 17, 25.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the field again. This twin pact is interesting because normally all the 99% of them are creature spells. This is actually 2 spells in 1.
Smells okay.
Yeah, spell in 1. So it has no power. And there's 2
And what
cards
does
in
it
this
do?
set like this. Basically it's draw, but yeah, both sides draw in different ways. Here's one of the. This is probably the second most expensive card in the set, or at least it was the months ago. Pandora Royals. Speed attacker. It draws. It's got an alternate cost. It's very good for its races of command and it's a hunter and alien. It's very pretty. It's actually a few creature arts on one.
So down to the final 3 packs. No Black Lotus yet.
Yeah.
Yupatal command again.
Yep. You've seen this one?
I've
You've seen this
that.
one?
Yep.
Oh,
The reprints
There
will
you
come. More
Very
relapse.
relapse.
Great.
the frame at the bottom looks like the magic frame.
Yeah.
Throws me off. Oh, I know this. Library of
You know
Alexandria.
this one, and this is
Yeah, yeah.
this threw off a lot of people when opening these packs because why is it upside down in my pack?
Sounds like
But
an
it's
English
because it's supposed to be a land where you do play them upside down.
Birds
Another
of
bird
It
of
paradise.
basically
paradise.
lets you draw if you have 7 cards already.
And
You wanted a Bombazar?
Wow,
You
that
put a
is
Bombazar.
beautiful.
I didn't really want
That
a
is
Bombazar.
Well, you got Bombazar's son.
I'm the
And
only
then-
fan of Bombazar
Two.
here.
Yeah, but you missed a spot. Flip him over.
Oh.
Ooh.
Because you don't like him? Then you ban him. Send him to the onsen, please.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. I've shown you him recently.
Awesome.
Yeah. It's hanging out with a few banned cards, Cryptic, King Arcadeus, Amaterasu.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They're all having fun. Well, I mean, they can't do anything else. They can't be played, so they've got to hang around in an onsen. And honestly, I'm kind of jealous. That's the first thing I'd do if I could go to Japan too. Maybe you could probably open that pack quicker than I do this one. I ruined it.
You need to keep the last one sealed for last pack locked.
Good point. That's right. All right, I got it. I'm not struggling. No, not me.
So I've heard of this one before. Can you tell me a bit more about it?
Brainstorm.
Yeah.
You basically look at the top card, the top two, and then you rearrange which ones are on the top, and then you draw. Right. So you kind of change. Yeah. I'm probably messing it up a little bit, but yeah. We have the Speed Attacker Survivor.
Yeah.
We have the Twin Hands again.
Seek.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another
Bolshak Secret. Very fun.
The Lunatron.
Yeah, Lunatron.
And
we actually pulled it.
Is this the other one?
Before the end. Yeah, that's the other side of New World Order.
Awesome.
So when you basically have both parts of them, and they could be in your hand or your mana, you can combine them, pay their cost, which it is expensive at 13 and every 5 color. But it basically removes any non-dragons that are on the field. Well, it basically blows up the field, sends everything back to hands. But then you can put out all the dragons you want from your hand, mana, graveyard, whatever. I think, or it's from a few. Anyway, either way, you bring out a bunch of dragons and they all get all your fun abilities like speed attacker, block. It's a I win button because you're bringing out all these dragons. You're killing everything and you're bringing out dragons.
And now last pack luck.
We have the others. We have Just Diver Survivor again. Water. Can't be targeted. We have
Smash
the
Horn
Fighter
Baby.
Nature one. Yeah, Smash Horn. Yep. That one's Ground Horn.
The
Bolshak. Yep. Glory Lupia.
Cosplay Lupia.
Another Sarah Angel. Very pretty.
And
And Ursa's Rage.
And last pack luck.
What's our last card? Oh.
Well, 6.
So not quite a Black Lotus from this box.
Super
but
Terror Dragon?
we had, no, it's another 5 Origin Dragon,
That
just
is
like our
nice.
Darkness one from before, Monarch.
That is beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
actually, the New World Order card is actually supposed to be like an unholy combination of these 5 dragons. You can kind of recognize the nature one there, Battlefield or Battlefield.
That was really fun.
That was awesome.
I liked.
A lot of not magic ones, which is great hits. I mean,
Yeah.
Emrakul, Bolus, just to put them on frame a bit more for a sec. Yeah. Oh, and the Living Death. Can't forget the Living
It's
Death.
pretty funny that the one card I actually did recognize was the first one.
Yes,
Skulls
that's a
from
good
the
start for the English players because we didn't see any other English ones. I guess USA, brother.
Yeah.
Well, guys, that's the first DMEX-18 box done. Sadly, no Black Lotus yet, but luckily we still have 1 box to go, so stay tuned for that opening.
The search continues.